Now we've got this transition period between spring, or when things are really kind of gray, and a few months from now when everything is green and beautiful. But one thing that certainly puts a damper on all of our green spaces is litter. And of course, we're leading up to Earth Day, and joining us now is Sue Ostapowicz, who is trying to put an end to all of the clutter, litter all around our green spaces, in a really interesting one bag challenge that she's here to tell us about. Thanks so much for coming, Sue. Why is this so important to you? I know we were talking a bit at the break about how you enjoy our green spaces like many of us do, and certainly now that we're heading into summer, more and more people are hitting the parks. We've got marathon runners out there. Talk a little bit about when this initially became a problem for you.
Well, I've always been opposed to litter. I've always thought, you know, when people throw things out, where do they think it's going? Yeah. So I've always felt compelled to pick it up, and with that comes a bit of irritation. But last spring, when I was out returning from my run, and fortunately living along the beautiful banks of the Red River, but it was at the brown time between spring and the greening time, and the amount of litter, the plastics, the discarded beverage cups, you name it, it's out there. And so I became quite irritated about that. But what I saw before me was this empty, big, nice, clean potato chip bag. And I thought, well, what if I were to fill that and just, it doesn't matter whether I put it there. And then I had that filled, and then in front of me was this big black garbage bag, clean, like it was again laid there for me. So I felt compelled to fill that. And so I cleaned a considerable amount of space at that point, and I had a very good feeling, because those feelings of anger and irritation really don't help us. But so I turned it around, and I guess the saying is, take lemons and make lemonade.
Yeah.
You know, so I felt really good about that, and thought that what I would like to do is put forward to people who enjoy the outdoors, who are able to do that, to take some responsibility, to become self-appointed caretakers of the land.
Wonderful.
And in this way help our environment. And it's something that everybody can do. And if you're feeling a little bit finicky about it, take a pair of gloves. If you're the type of person that wants to, you know, go under the trees and get that stuff out of there, because there's plenty of it there, then get some safety goggles if you're feeling that way.
Fantastic. And like you said, too, it can be a little overwhelming when you go to a park and you see this mass of litter. But if you put it in terms of, you know what, just take one bag and fill it up. If we all sort of do that, that is obviously your point, is that we can make a big difference, like you say you did with just that one bag.
Exactly.
Fantastic.
Just take that responsibility to do one bag, and if everybody works together, that's a lot of bags
No
full.
kidding.
Now, I'm not in support of plastics, by the way, but we have them. So let's use them, and then let's see what we can do about reducing this problem in our environment.
Wonderful. Now, people are going to want to hear a little bit more about this. You're also going to be taking a survey just to sort of gauge how many people get involved. Of course, you don't have to tell Sue that you're doing this. You can certainly go up and just pick up whatever you'd like. But if they want to log on and tell you they're doing it, how can they do that?
Right. They can do that by going to my website at www.sueostapowicz.com and go to the menu, Healing the Earth, and I have posted there the challenge and a survey and a little bit of a radio clip actually about it as well. So take the survey. You can also go to earthday.ca, and it's one of the Manitoba Earth Day events as well. So I was very pleased to be able to have that there as well.
Fantastic, and of course Earth Day just around the corner. So I want to congratulate you on what you're doing. It's certainly a good way to raise awareness and get everyone sort of on board. So go and check out the website, and this is targeting literally anyone, any age group who spends any time outside.
Exactly, yes. We can all benefit from this and then be a role model for others.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Sue, and be sure to log on, check that out, and take the one bag challenge. Thanks so much for coming. Good luck.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure.